Ready?
Ready.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. Welcome to my channel. I am a nutritional consultant and certified metabolic balance coach. I lost over 80 pounds through diet and exercise.
And I've lost a bunch of weight too. I'm getting buff. I'm Scott.
I help people lose weight. That's what I do now. How much weight have you lost?
I lost about 40 pounds with the metabolic plan, and then I lost about 30 pounds previously, but I hit a plateau, and the metabolic balance plan took me through that plateau.
So today we're going to do a day of eating. We're going to show you what we eat in a day that keeps us healthy, keeps us fit, and we'll start with breakfast.
I eat the same breakfast every day, even though I could vary it. But I like to have my high protein Siggy's yogurt, just blueberries and strawberries or whatever the cheapest berries are, and then topped with sunflower seeds. Super simple, easy, and yummy. Instead, even though I'd rather have some bacon, but we're gonna eat some seeds. So I'm having bacon tomorrow.
I have a oat-based breakfast. I weigh it out. So I just weigh it out straight in the pot that I'm going to make it in. And I do about 40 to 45 grams. Then I do half a cup of milk. I do a pinch of salt. And I do a little dash of cinnamon. And now we're just going to boil this on the stove. And once it's boiling, I crack 2 eggs in it to give myself some extra protein. For super quick boiling, because you might think, oh, this is going to take too long. I have to do this every morning on the stovetop. Oh, goodness, no. Just cover it with the lid. It'll be boiling in no time. Keep it on high heat and keep your eggs nearby. And give it a little stir, actually, to stir in the salt and the cinnamon a bit. So while that's boiling, I'm going to get my berries ready. It's about 100 grams. I'm going to just stick with blueberries today. There we go. And I always top it off once my oats are done with peanut butter, just about a tablespoon for a nice healthy fat. Now we just wait. For me, this is the cleanest way to get extra protein in your morning oats. It's much better than protein powder. Protein powder has lots of additives in there. Well, some additives anyway with the cellulose gum, and it's usually sweetened with stevia or sucralose. So 2 eggs, for me, cleanest way to get some extra protein. Now that these oats are done, I'm just going to put them right on top of my berries. I will reset my scale so I can get 15 grams. Let's see. All right, so this is breakfast. Nice and healthy. Totally satiates me until lunchtime, which will be in about 5 hours. What are we doing?
I'm just gonna go cut some fresh herbs for my noodles. Perfect.
We are getting ready for lunch now. And Scott will be cooking it. He's the most excellent chef. So Scotty, what are you making?
I'm gonna do some barbecue chicken, Asian inspired, and then I'm gonna do a cold noodle salad to put on top of the actual salad. It's gonna be real good. First, I'm gonna get some water.
We grab most of our protein from the local butcher, and so we just took it out this morning to defrost. We are going to do some chicken breast and chicken thigh.
We're gonna use these Royal Umbrella Thai rice stick noodles. They're just made of rice. I know everybody says to eat brown rice, but there's arsenic, so a little bit of white rice can't hurt you.
Actually, rice noodles are metabolically friendly. It is included on the plan, so you can definitely have rice noodles.
That's what I said.
The only way brown rice can be really detrimental to you is if you already have a bunch of heavy metals in your body and then you're adding the small little trace amounts of arsenic that is in brown rice. So I would say for the most part, it is a safe carb.
Safer than doing fentanyl. Remember that. Eat your rice noodles. This is my cilantro, spearmint, and parsley. I'm just going to do a nice chop on it. You want to chop this real fine when you put it into the noodle salad.
That smells amazing.
Yeah, it's better when it's super fine because then it mixes through the noodles good. You don't get the big leaves. And then I'm going to chop up and dice real tiny some green onions.
Can you talk a little bit about these ingredients that you're using?
I'm going to make like a sauce with lemon juice, sesame oil, soy sauce, and I'm just going to put a little bit of chili powder for kick and a little bit of onion and garlic powder. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. I'm not going to add any sugar. I'll get a bit of sweetness out of the lemon. Sometimes I'll add just a touch, less than a teaspoon of honey is nice, but we're trying to not do any kinds of added sugar.
Just a note on the soy sauce. We use Kikkoman. This one is a very clean soy sauce. It's just water, soybeans, wheat, salt, brewing starter. So nothing suspicious in this brand.
We're just going to add a bunch of onion and fresh herbs. Chop it real fine. Then we're going to add it to the cold noodle. We're going to cook the noodles and then toss them in the sauce and the herbs, and then we're going to put them in the fridge, and then that's just what you add on your salad just this week. Next week it'll be rice or beans or couscous or just rye bread. Just change up your carbs every week. Change up all your food once a week, and then you get a balance of all these different little enzymes or whatever.
You get different minerals, you get different vitamins by varying up what you're eating.
Yeah, and variety is the spice of life. Except when it comes to beautiful women. You're supposed to. I said variety is the spice of life, except when it comes to beautiful women. Now we're going to make a quick little sauce. Oh, I forgot one thing. Always do a little touch of oil in your noodles so that when they boil, they get a bit of oil on them and then they don't stick as bad. 4 tablespoons of the oil, but now you're not having a large amount of these noodles with your meal. It's just this very small amount. So these noodles last a long time. Then we're going to do about a teaspoon of chili, teaspoon of garlic.
Just measuring with his eyeball.
Yeah, teaspoon of onion.
Even though the measuring spoons are right here.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? I'm going to do about 4 tablespoons of soy. 3 to 4. That should be good. And then we're going to soften up our lemon. Of course, you watch normal cooking shows and stuff on YouTube. Everything's so clean and neat and perfect looking. But we all know that's just a bunch of baloney. That's not how real people cook. They make messes and then they clean it up after the mess.
Or, while they're cooking.
Or while, whatever. I'm just going to use my fingers to get these seeds. And stick your finger in it after and give it a good squish. I'm going to do a whole lemon just because I like a bit of the citrus in my noodle. And this is what we're going to toss all the noodles in after. So that's basically it. We got that made up. Give her a little whisk. Don't need to put salt. I'm not going to put any pepper because I put a bit of the chili in it. And I don't want it super peppery. Although normally you'd add some pepper. And that's basically what it looks like. Yeah. These guys, and just throw them in the sauce right now. Because that's what we're going to toss on the noodles. People say there's bad stuff wrong with salt. Nothing wrong with salt. You need to eat salt. It's very important that you're eating salt. It should be good salt. Like, you don't want to eat soy sauce for every salt. But it's definitely a good one. Look at that. There's your noodle sauce.
Nice. Looks thick. You want to get those water boiling? So I just throw this whole thing in?
Yeah, you just pull it. You can just pull it all out.
Don't break it, right?
No, just drop it in.
Yeah, just like when you're making spaghetti, you don't break the spaghetti.
That's right.
People like, don't break the spaghetti.
An Italian making Asian noodles. East meets West. or something. All right, let's see where we're at. Yow. Hot. You're getting there. So now I like to take a pair of scissors and cut these noodles up because they're so long and they'll just ball up into a giant ball when you strain them.
Where did you learn this?
My brain just told me to do it one day. I might have seen it on a YouTube cooking show too, but it makes it so that the noodles are manageable size.
How long do the noodles usually take to cook?
Like 4 minutes, 7 minutes. Once you strain them, you want to give them a rinse under cold water, stop the cooking. Our cooled off noodles, our delicious sauce. We're just gonna throw the noodles in the bin. Remember, don't overcook your rice noodles or else they're not that good if they don't have any body. And then we're gonna pour in our sauce. Then we're just gonna toss our noodles. We're gonna toss the salad.
It smells amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in for a bite. Just to test.
Scott's shredded some carrots for the bowls. And now what's going on here?
Now we're gonna get the meat ready. We have the biggest chicken breast on earth. It's like a turkey breast. So now we're just gonna butterfly it out. The way I like to butterfly is how that Cool Kevmo does it, or whatever his channel is called. He just cuts down the center and then just run your knife up and down. And it peels the chicken apart, which I find is nice. Then you spin it 180, go to where you cut, and then just do that, and it gets a nice butterfly on it. I like to tenderize my chicken, give it a run through with a fork before I pound it out. So let the salt and the marinade go in. Oh, we got a tendon. Nobody likes the tendon. Grab onto the little tendon like that. Grab a fork like that. And it should come right off like that.
Wow. Skills.
That's a YouTube hack. Now we'll give it some saran wrap. Get the pounding. When you do this, it makes it so it's all one thickness. It cooks way more nicely and evenly. You know, once you do what I just did, about 5 minutes aside on the barbecue. But learn how to do this way of butterflying is night and day compared to the other one. That's how you know somebody's got real skills, is when they do this.
It does make the chicken taste a lot better. What is that technique called?
Power fist. I know they have a machine on Amazon that it's like a thing that you just push it down and it has like 100 pins in it and it just does it for you. But
and is the purpose of this so that the spices really get in there?
Yeah, this is to tenderize it, poke holes in the meat, and then the salt and spices and everything can get inside of the meat. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit of 5 spice. Not too much, this is very powerful of a spice. A little bit of black pepper for some heat. Classic onion garlic. Who doesn't like onions and garlic? I like soy because it seeps in better. You like to eat deliciously. Sometimes a lemon has to go in. Prevents scurvy. There we go. Time to barbecue. Cut it into strips because then they're easy to manage, but they cook real nice. All right, we're gonna do 4 minutes on the timer. Turn it down a little bit. Bop, bop. Let's see what we're looking like here. Oh yeah, it's a little sticky. You gotta be very gentle with them because when you cut them into the strands, they tend to stick a little if you don't oil them. That's why I put a bit of oil on them. But this will get you maximum flavor.
Look at this beautiful chicken. All right, let's assemble. We tend to keep our produce chopped and ready to go in the fridge. Makes it super easy.
And keeps it crisp. And lots of times you forget stuff in the fridge. This makes it so you eat the stuff more. Don't waste anything.
That's right.
Need some cukes.
Gonna put some celery, put some carrots. I've got the noodles. These look beautiful and so colorful.
Woo woo. Boom. And now we're just gonna spread that in a little bit. How about a nice chicken breast? Perfect.
122 grams, so a little bit of extra protein for me, and I'm totally okay with that.
And we just had some old avocados sitting around, so squish one out on top. And now
It's a good way to get a healthy fat.
perfect. And now we get to eat.
It's lunch. Asian chicken noodle salad. Taste test time.
That's money.
It is time. It is time for dinner, and we're going to be making smash burgers tonight, a smash burger salad. This is Scott's specialty, so he's actually going to teach me how to make these today. We have our 80% lean grass-fed chuck right here from the butcher. Before we get started on the meat, we're going to make something new for this dish that we haven't tried before.
Hot honey ricotta for the cheese on the burger.
All right. So let's make this first.
Let's do it.
All right. Tell me, what do we need?
Put all of that into there.
All of this. This is about half a container of ricotta. You want all of this?
All of it.
All right.
Because it needs to get eaten too.
That's right. We try not to let any food go bad in our home. And so when something is on the edge, we know, oh, we better incorporate this into a dish.
Perfect. Can I lick the spoon?
Here you go. All right, what is next?
So now just hit it with some honey. Just do a dollop of honey and some hot sauce.
Don't mind our honey jar. It gets so sticky that I have to wrap it. So how much honey?
That should be one little touch more.
I'd say it's about 2 teaspoons.
That's good.
Oh, for the Franks?
Frank's Red Hot.
Just hit it up.
Hit it up.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's good.
Woo!
Perfect. Now give that a mix.
It smells good.
There should be enough salt in the Franks that you don't really need any seasonings.
I was gonna say maybe we need pepper.
I will taste it after that. A bit of pepper, it always make it nice. Make the sweetness come out. Just a little touch. And then we can taste it. We'll know.
You want to taste it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's good. That's good. Okay, cool. We'll put that in the fridge.
Yeah, put that in the fridge. So that's the sauce made. Now we just got to dice up, get the onions ready real quick.
Yes, you cannot have a smash burger without
Mandolin onions.
Yeah, caramelizing the onions on the cast iron pan.
You want to get them as thin as you can. So that's why this tool is the cheese.
All right, and now time to mix up the burger meat.
Yeah, make the meat. So this is as easy as, open that up and stick your hand in, pull the meat out so it doesn't touch the water that's dripping off.
Can't I just
Don't
dump it out?
No, not
I can't
in the bowl.
dump it out.
No, because all the water off the thing dripped into it.
Okay.
So just pull the meat out and put it on. No, don't put it in the bowl.
Oh, don't put it in there.
Because all the drippings went in there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like the condensation.
Yeah, whatever was on the outside of the bag. We just want the inside yummies. Perfect.
And why do we use 80% lean grass-fed ground chuck?
The 80%, 80-20 has way more fat in it, so it makes a nicer smash burger because it caramelizes better.
Instruct me, Scotty.
So usually I just, for your first time, throw all the meat in. Now give it a generous bit of salt. Nope.
Use this side?
Yeah, just put your hand out, pour it in your hand. Keep going, keep going. Yep. Dump that.
Very generous.
Lots of salt for a smash burger. Then give it some pepper and onion and garlic.
You want me to just put it in my hand
Put it in
also?
your hand, yeah, just because you don't want to. That'll be good for the burger, yeah.
Just a lot less.
Yeah, because it's powerful, that pepper. You can just shake that stuff in.
This is garlic or onion. This is onion, I think.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. And this one is garlic.
That's good. Perfect. That's all you need.
Now what?
Mix that together.
I use my hands?
Use your hands, yeah. Yep. Using the old hands.
And what are you doing there?
I'm slicing up the cheese, and this cheese got a little dot of mold on it.
So we know it's time to eat it.
It's time to eat it.
All right, is that good? Mixed?
And it's good for your penicillin. Just kidding, I'm cutting it off. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Now just roll those into little balls in your hand.
Little balls. Okay. This big?
Yeah, that's perfect. Cheese.
You know, not a big fan of snacking. Actually, snacking isn't allowed during metabolic balance because every bite counts, right? So
True.
If you're thinking you want to lose weight, if you're taste testing along the way, you're adding lots of calories.
She's right. And I was just testing her out to see,
Yeah.
keeping her on point.
Yeah.
Which is good. You got to have somebody on your team that does that. This should be one of the easiest things you can make.
We don't have a proper smashing tool.
So
we kind of improvise.
We're going to use our deli meat maker. Deli meat maker.
We've also used a vase
And a flour
in the
vase.
past. Yeah, flour vase. So we have 7 burgers.
Always take your shirt off when you're frying meats.
So while Scott is going to get the burgers ready, I might as well start the bowls.
So I got my cast iron pan ripping hot with a little bit of ghee. Throw down the onions.
So I just have a mix here of iceberg. I have a little bit of cabbage.
Balls down into the grease. Smashity smash time. Use whatever you got to smash. And remember, it doesn't have to be pretty. The perfection is in the imperfection with the way it browns. So smash it down. If it's a little fat on the edge, not fat, no big deal. Just smash it down. Man, that looks yummy.
A little bit of romaine and a couple of cubes. And what are you doing over there?
Once they're sizzling up, just give them a little scrape and a flip. You want those onions to be almost black, but you know what I mean, like brown, because that's where the flavor country is. And then, yeah, I just flip them over, throw some cheese on them, and then when they're ready, give them a stack. Don't overcook them. You want them nice and juicy, but brown.
Just adding a touch of red pepper. So we were going to do a tzatziki sauce on this, but because we did the ricotta, the hot honey ricotta, we're just going to do a little olive oil, balsamic, and spices. The best part about a burger salad is you can dress it up however you like. You can put whichever vegetables you have. You can even add whichever carbs you like. You can add some rice to this. You can do some roasted potatoes or even some French fries if you did want to add in a carb. Should we do burger and then ricotta on top? Why don't we take a bite right now since we're right here on camera? Switch. I'm going to take this. We'll take that one. Okay, so let's get a bit of ricotta, get a bit of burger, and like a little crunch of the lettuce. Ready?
It's real good.
I think it tastes good. I think I need a little bit more to see. Maybe I did it. Maybe the balsamic.
Good.
Great. Well, we're gonna go enjoy this out on the patio, and then we might be back for dessert. We'll see. Bye.